Good morning. So I've decided to do the next stage of the MGTF. I thought I'd give you a shot of the car cover. It's quite funny watching the car cover in the wind, changing the shape of the car. Sometimes I imagine it's like a dead cat in a box. You know, what sports car's under the cover? Sometimes it's a Lamborghini when the wind blows, or another time a Porsche or a Lancia Stratos. But it's always the same sports car. Anyway, first thing I'm going to do is take off the driver's side or offside rear wheel to give me access to the panel over the belts so I can get the head off. First thing, loosen off the wheel nuts. Now there's a quick tip. You can find it very difficult putting it like that and lifting upwards. So always undo them, pushing down. Makes it a lot easier. I myself am going to use a dugger. Make life a lot easier. The MGTF has covers on its wheel nuts and they swell up and they're quite annoying. So I've decided to get something to tap it through because otherwise it's going to be stuck in there. I might be able to use it for other nuts. Come in slowly. Have to pop it back on because obviously it's not jacked up. I'll try it the size bigger. Now, get the jack and blocks. I've jacked it up on the standard scissors jack because I couldn't get my 3-ton Clark strong arm 3-ton under, and this jack previously has toppled over and twisted, so when you jack it up it's all twisted and not very good. So So I've used the standard one. I'll put some blocks under the subframe support where the 2 wheel adjusters go to, and now I've just got to lower it down onto the blocks. Which ain't apparently quite high enough, so I'll have to stick another plank in there or something. After much faffing, finally got enough blocks underneath. The scissor jack wouldn't go up high enough, it developed a fault, wouldn't go any higher, so that was a great big faff. Now I can just pop the wheel off to give me access in here. I wonder if this will fit on that. Not quite. Oh, never mind. Just wanted to show you the best mod on MGTF. I've got about 28 kilo coal in this bag. Obviously you can't fit a bag of coal in there, so you just put the bag into place and then start filling the bag within the space so it fits. First thing I've undone is the bottom bolt on the adjuster. There is a bolt that goes in the end of it, that goes into the thing to tighten it up even more. That's the bottom bolt, that's the top bolt. I just pried the alternator out with its holder, and there's the adjuster that I'll check if it's seized or that slots into here. Now I've got to pull the covers off, and all the ones down here, a few further down. Inspecting the alternator belt. It looks okay, but it's very old. It's 5 PK 738, but it's very hard, and you can see it's like shiny. It's not got any splits in it or anything. It's very hard. So it does need changing, but it is serviceable. So I've taken the covers off, top cover, so I can get to the coil packs and plugs, and the side panel to access all that. I'll show you down here. There's a couple of, well, a bolt up here somewhere. It's quite awkward to get at, and there's one that's rusted in here, but the rusted in one just slots into that cover there, so it's not so bad. You can see it just down there if there's enough light. I removed all the coil packs, cam sensor, and the breather pipes. Now I'm going to lift it off. I just lifted it off, and exhaust is gasket is a bit desirable. Notice that it's got exhaust manifold side this way, and it says top backwards there. But yeah, all this was getting in my engine. Don't know if that's part of the gasket or is that something that's built up over time. Not nice. Look at the corrosion on that breather there. That one had a bit of oil there. Don't know. Does this come off? I won't lift it in case I need to reuse it. Don't want to damage it. I need an inspection of the cam bay. There's some of that horrible gasket getting in everywhere. So give you a detailed look. For video memory, taken out the #1 spark plug, put a glue stick down and rotated it, and that's seems to be the high point, whilst this one here is up, well, slightly in, and that one there slightly in. Looked on the markings on the cams, and I don't know if you can see, there's a marking there, but then the corresponding marking is down there, so that makes no sense. And then there's another mark there that somebody's painted on, and that one there. But other than that, there's not really any markings. I had a look at the crank puller. There's obviously some timing marks there, but there's no markings I can tell on the crank pulley, so it's really hard to know. Other twin cams I've had is a cam locking tool, but I haven't got anything like that, so just gonna have to wing it. As you see, I've lined up to the casing holes, marked a tooth on that one and the belt, and on that casing hole a dip and the belt. Belt is not sealable from there. There's some other drips down there, but or the centre bolts, but that's nothing. That's just where it's been dripping. Obviously, kept the cam points the same, and letting that dry. Gonna start taking off the manifolds now. I've undone the exhaust gasket, had a multi-layer steel gasket on it, no problem, just tight. I've undone the 14 mils down there, and the 10 mils there, but under each banana there's one that I can't get to, so I'm going to have a look through the boot, see if I can get to them from the barbecue grill. So the inlet exhaust manifold easy, inlet manifold is the worst nightmare ever. Basically you've got the bolts that you can see this side at the top, but then you've got to go back here, take off the strut brace, undo the dipstick from the manifold. There's a support arm underneath. You've got to remove the carbon catch thing and put it to one side. I undid this pipe that goes to the front of the car, and then basically this one can be got at from in here. And then you've basically got get down like this, and you can feel the nut. When you go drop your other arm down with the extension, stay on top of the pipes and get to them that way. You can this end one has to be down in between here, between the oil dipstick and the reservoir, and you can view it if you've got somebody else from the gap in the wheel arch. It's a proper nightmare. I don't recommend it. It's a very hard job, and yeah, proper hard. So next, undone the water pipes and the cables that attach to the head. And then I've tapped off the cogs to the cams. I just put a, what was it, the smallest little tool, and hammered them off. Now I'm gonna, what am I gonna do now? Oh, I've got to undo the little bolt here, which you can undo apparently through the cog. Just didn't know it was there. Same here. I think there's a tensioner one there. I don't know if you can see, but I hope you can. So I've just come to a great bit of information. Basically, these here need to be turned so that you've got clearance to put these in. They're the only two that will be obstructed, so the correct cam position will be something that allows you to do that. This is obviously not the correct cam position. I've just turned them so I can get to them, but thought you should know that as soon as possible. So this one in the middle exhaust side looks like it was put in cross-threaded. You can see a slight silvering at the bottom, very tight to come out, so I've got to work out what to do about that. Obviously not the best thing. You've seen the size of these bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4 hands wide. Absolutely massive. Anyway, looking at the head, basically there was no sealant, it was just the head gasket, and that was protruding out like that. So it had been damaged, squirting out, so we don't really have to worry too much. Obviously could do with some porting on this engine. Big black things, so do that as well. Get a multi-layer steel head gasket, see how that works out. Other than that, can I tip it over? Yeah. I want to look at that, look at all the intake having all the seeds in. That's incredible. And can we see anything? I'm having to rush because I think we're pretty good, to be honest. I'm no expert by a long way, but I can't see any of the standard stuff. So that's a BGA 08137A. No, she's looking pretty good. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and have a good day.